It is trouble in paradise. I mean, Manchester City. Enzo Maresca out? We'll see. Hello, my good friends. Welcome to Beyond the Touchline. My name is Mystical, and we're going to be talking about the Community Shield and the upcoming season and how Arsenal and Manchester City are looking as the new season draws closer. Arsenal scored their first goal. Ricardo Calafiori is found by Miles Lewis-Kelly with a brilliant through ball, and it's 1-0. In 23 seconds, that was an early warning sign for Maresca, and he seemed concerned. 28 minutes in, Arsenal scored their second goal. 48th minute, a third goal. Christos Zolis assisting both of these goals. City had no response. They had no answers to that. They tried. They had shots on target. They had more shots attempted than Arsenal. But Arsenal looked better defensively. They looked better offensively. David Raya keeping out some of the shots that City attempted. But the same cannot be said for Donnarumma, only keeping out 2 of the 5 shots attempted against him. A pretty concerning performance by Donnarumma as well. It was pretty weird to see him make mistakes in terms of anticipation. He was diving too early for the first goal, fumbled the ball in the second one, and in the third one, Odegaard sat him down. It was pretty brutal, and I wonder if Donnarumma is in trouble. I don't really think so. I think they'll still stick with him. He is quality according to many people. I don't really rate him personally. I think that there are better keepers out there, but Donnarumma needs to sort his stuff out. Otherwise, there's going to be big problems. New signing Elliot Anderson was also involved. The absence of Rodri seems like a problem. It seems like they need someone in midfield. They're looking to sign Enzo Fernandez for 120 or so million from Chelsea. Chelsea are okay to sell him, and City and Maresca are pretty interested in him. And I think if they do secure his signing, he might be a good addition for them, but for the time being, the midfield of Kovacic and Elliot Anderson didn't really seem that convincing to me. On the other hand, in Arsenal's midfield, Miles Lewis-Kelly seems to be doing pretty well. He seems to be climbing the pecking order, and if his performances continue to be like this, Arteta will have a real dilemma on his hands. Zubimendi is there, Rice is there, Bruno Guimaraes, Mikel Merino, Miles Lewis-Kelly. You have a bunch of options. Havertz is also able to play in midfield, though I think Arteta prefers him to be his first choice striker. I think Lewis-Kelly might just be it. I know there are other clubs that are hoping to secure his signing, but I think Lewis-Kelly will stay. It seems to me that Lewis-Kelly would love to continue and thrive in the midfield. And he looks brilliant. He looks really good. Apart from Miles Lewis-Kelly, Bruno Guimaraes had around 46 minutes of game time, and he seems to be gelling pretty well with his new team. And I think that he will be a fine addition to Arsenal's existing team. Odegaard seems to be returning to form. It is going to be difficult for the opposition to face an in-form Odegaard. He's everywhere. That's how he plays. He dictates the tempo, and if he remains fit, he is going to be quite a threat for the opposition teams. As far as striker options are concerned, Mikel Arteta has the likes of Havertz, Gyökeres, and Gabriel Jesus as options, but I think that Arsenal are looking to sign Victor Osimhen from Galatasaray. Osimhen is obviously a very prolific striker. He is good in front of goal. He scores when he wants. Arsenal might look to bring him in. If they secure his signing, then the likes of Gyökeres and Jesus, I think, are the ones who will be moved on from the club. But I think Havertz will stay. I think that Arteta likes Havertz. The fans might disagree, but I think that Havertz is quality. He's a good player. He's very versatile. He's a team player. He changes the dynamics. He's good in the air. I think that Arsenal gets a lot of value from Kai Havertz. I think Jesus will be the one who will leave the club, but we'll have to see. In terms of the wingers, Zolis seems to be the underrated signing of the season for Arsenal. He is all about that end product. He is all about goals and assists. He is not flashy. He is not a dribbler or a trickster. He is more of a killer. And I think that he has that Trossard kind of an instinct, and he will be quite a good replacement for Trossard. He looks great. He has been involved in goal contributions across the preseason. They will be looking to sign a defender. They were in talks with Aston Villa for Ezri Konsa because of Saliba's injury. Mosquera looks pretty solid as a backup to fill that gap and to partner up with Gabriel. They have that issue sorted for the time being, but they will be looking to find another Premier League proven defender. They might bring one in, and in case they don't, they still might need somebody in defense because they don't have enough depth currently. Saliba will take some time to come back, and they need a short-term solution. They did try for John Stones, but John Stones went to Inter. So they're looking to sign Konza. We'll see if they sign Konza and Victor Osimhen. Jurrien Timber is out for a while, and Ben White seems to be doing the job pretty well. He has done that before. He seems to be fit again and ready for the new season. So that's also good news for Arsenal. I think that Zubimendi, even though he had a good season last year, but this time I think he has a little bit of competition in the form of Miles Lewis-Skelly. Arteta has some good options there. Meanwhile, Manchester City are looking to sign another midfielder in the form of Ayoub Boadi, very talented, full of potential 18-year-old Moroccan midfielder. There seems to be a midfield overhaul going on in Manchester City because Rodri is going to Barcelona and the sale of Tiani Reinders is happening. He is moving to Al Qadsiya, so Enzo Maresca is looking to strengthen and refresh his midfield. Now, Enzo Maresca's Manchester City failed to score against Arsenal, but they did show glimpses of Maresca's tactics, where in possession, Manchester City would play a sort of a back three, where Khuzanov, as their right back, would sort of sit a little narrower to form a back three. Kovacic sitting right in front of them, and Nico O'Reilly, their left back, would drive a little bit forward, occupying the half space, and with Foden and Elliot Anderson sitting right behind Haaland, Doku and Semenyo providing the width. But they didn't manage to have the kind of creativity and threat that would have allowed them to score. They did have shots on target, yes, there were some moments where they almost scored, but they had no answers for Arsenal's 4-4-2 formation when Arsenal are out of possession, a tactic that Arteta has been deploying for the past couple of years now. And Arsenal's pressing game has always been top-notch, with Odegaard leading the pressing. And when City were on the defense, they didn't really have the kind of pressing intensity that they are known for, and that sort of changed the game as well. And Arsenal, whenever they were on the attack, were very convincing. They were creating overloads on the left-hand side with Zolis and Calafiori, and with Odegaard making those late runs and Havertz attracting the defense. This allows Arsenal to have a lot of space, a lot of bodies in the box, and it creates for a number of overloads on both sides of the pitch as well as in the center, and that allowed Arsenal to score their goals, as we saw with Zolis assisting Havertz and then assisting Odegaard with a third goal. And this is the reason why Arsenal are they're looking very, very strong. And I think that a lot of teams will have to be very solid defensively. They'll have to maintain their focus, and they will have to do everything to stop Arsenal's ruthless attacks, because they look really good. And I think that if they carry this kind of momentum and this kind of energy and intensity into the Premier League season, it is going to be quite difficult for many teams to deal with this kind of attack. So it's looking really good for Arsenal, both defensively and offensively. It is looking a little bit problematic for Manchester City. If they secure their signings and if they work out the way Maresca wants them to work out, then City might have a chance and they might compete for the title race like they have been for the past 3 years. They've been winning it. They didn't win it last time, but will they win this time is a question I want to ask you guys. Do you guys think that Manchester City are the ones who will win the title this season, or are Arsenal the favorites for you? Do you think that it's going to be some other team? Could it be Tottenham Hotspur who win the league miraculously this season? I don't think that's going to happen, but they have been making some big signings. They're also looking to sign Cody Gakpo from Liverpool, and Liverpool are looking to sign Bradley Barcola from PSG. It has been an interesting transfer window for the former and the current Premier League champions. Who's going to win it, and who is your favorite team to make it? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.